Hi, you guys. Asia, the Identity Muse here. And today we're going to be talking about one thing that's holding you back from manifesting whatever it is that you are desiring. But before we get into the video, I just want to say hello. I want to say hi to the new subscribers here. Um, I noticed that I've gained a few subscribers over the past few days. I'm so excited that you all are here. I teach you how to upgrade your identity, to upgrade your life based on the law of assumption, Neville Goddard, A Course in Miracles, and of course, the wisdom of the Bible. Okay. And if you are interested in working with me, the link is in the bio. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as well. So let's get into the video. The one thing that's holding you back from manifesting is you being attached to your human character, your ego. Okay, which is basically a limited way of thinking, a human way of thinking. This is what keeps us stuck on our journeys. This is what keeps us in a state of constantly chasing, seeking, trying to make things happen. And basically, just like, because I've been here before. So when I didn't know who I truly was, which is Source, God, Christ consciousness itself, when I didn't know those things, I was constantly, or when I didn't know that truth, I was constantly chasing, seeking, trying to make things happen, constantly doing techniques. I say this all the time on my TikTok that techniques do not matter. It is about who you are being, okay? And it's kind of, honestly, it is hard to command and decide when you are manifesting from your limited self. It's hard from there because you're constantly watching the 3D reality. You are constantly attaching yourself to circumstances, right? So for example, if you notice you are in a financial situation that you want to get out of, most people who are trying to manifest from the limited self, they may do a bunch of techniques, right? But the meaning they assign and the identity they fall into is something is wrong. I need to make something happen. I'm not good enough. This means that my life is going terrible. This means that my life is just falling apart, so on and so forth. So, of course, they are going to constantly see things in their physical reality that reflects that, right? But when you see yourself from God's perspective, from Source's perspective, you are limitless, right? And the meaning that you add to circumstances are favorable, more empowering, because you know who you are. I was watching the movie The Passion of the Christ because I was inspired by another coach. Her name is Create a Spark on here. And she recommended the passion, looking at the Passion of the Christ or watching it. And I haven't seen that movie in a very long time, like, because I grew up Christian. So when I first saw it as a child, I thought, oh my gosh, like, this is terrible. It was scary to me at first, right? But once I saw it from a different lens, from my new identity, that's when I was able to see, like, no matter how much they were trying to mock Jesus, or his name was Yeshua in that movie, no matter how much they were trying to mock him, beat him, spit on him, do all types of horrendous things to him, he stood in his true identity. He stood in the identity knowing that he was the son of God. Okay? So the more they were trying to break him down, the more strong he became. And in the end, he resurrected. What does that symbolize? Or to me, that symbolized that no matter what you have gone through, you can still resurrect into a more sovereign identity, which is knowing that you are source. Okay. So that entire, when I saw that movie again, the entire message I got from it is no matter what life tries to throw at you, no matter the circumstances, no matter what people say, no matter what the media says, you must always stand in your identity as the one and only cause, as the operant power, as God. Because from here, none of those things can shake you. So if you find yourself saying, like, I've been manifesting this forever and it's still not happening, it's still not working, I don't understand, I've been doing all of these techniques, I've been doing so much, I've been doing, right? And nothing is happening. That is because you are still attached to the human character, to the limited self. And when you are attached to the limited self, of course, you're going to see nothing but limitation in your reality. Of course, you're going to add unfavorable meaning to everything that you see happening. What is that scripture called? I move by faith, not by sight. I can remember, I think it's I move by faith and not by sight. I live by faith and not by sight, or something like that. One of them. I remember learning that at a very young age. And it really didn't click for me until now. I walk by faith and not by sight. That's what it is. I walk by faith, not by sight. When you know who you truly are, you automatically walk by faith. Because you know this world is malleable. Neville Goddard calls this the world of death. So everything is freaking changeable. Everything is changeable. And when you know that, and the only way you'll know that is when you start walking in your identity as God. Okay? But when you know this, you automatically walk by faith because you know that this physical world does not matter. Of course, it's a big deal when you are living from the limited and human way of thinking. Or, yeah, of course, you feel that way when you are seeing things from a limited perspective. But once you stand in your identity, your true identity as God, nothing can shake you, no matter the circumstances, no matter your financial situation, no matter your relationship situation. Things can change, but take your focus off of the limited self, the ego's perceptions, the stories of the ego, because it'll try to tell you, you're not good enough. You're never going to get what you want. You are a failure. Your future, you failed at like your future, or you will never be anything. Things aren't working out for you, right? And just let it talk, whatever. I know who I am. And when you know who you are, nothing, not even your freaking human self, can shake you. It can't. Nothing. So just remember that. I am offering one-on-one sessions called the Identity Alignment Intensive. Basically, it's more than just like manifestation, but we learn how to dismantle the ego's identities, the ego's perceptions, and I teach you how to stand in your true identity so you can walk by faith and not by sight. So if you're interested in working with me, the link will be in the description box. Again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.